Chad, a question to you on religious liberty here.
Yeah.
If you look at the party platforms, very different takes on religious liberty. The Republican Party platform spends about 2 pages on it. On the Democrat Party platform, it's mentioned 3 times, but there's a unique note with regards to it. They promote what's called a progressive vision of religious freedom. What does that mean? And then talk about kind of the differences between the 2 party approaches on religious freedom.
Yeah, first thing, and y'all need to understand this, is pull the platforms out and compare them. And I think what you just noticed, we just finished platform meetings a month ago. We just passed the most conservative, pro-family, pro-life platform ever passed in all political history. Because you have to stand for something. Now, look, I have a wife and 4 children. And so we can't agree on a Whopper or a Big Mac. It's just the way it is. So you're not going to find everybody being in perfect lockstep. But religious freedoms, religious liberty, freedom of conscience, those were our first freedoms. Our founders set forth those because if there's no freedom of religion, there's no economic freedom, there's no any other kind of freedom that you can name. If you don't have the freedom to speak your mind and your beliefs without government coercing you, and I got to tell you, I think the most ardent atheist, if they would think past their political persuasion, they would be with us on this. Because a lot of their views wouldn't be celebrated or even tolerated in a lot of nations. And yet they want to condemn us and our belief system. And what we have to do is find out where that line is, because if there's no religious freedom, there's no economic freedom, there's no business freedom, it doesn't exist in anything else either. And I'm proud of our platform. I got to help work behind the scenes on the platform. It was one of the best votes I took as chairman in 2012. I think we improved our platform this time because we want to say we stand for something. Does it mean everybody's perfect? Does it mean we're all going to be in lockstep? No. But I tell you, on religious freedom, on First Amendment rights, we're going to stand for that. And if a baker or a florist or a photographer says, you know, hey, this is violating my deeply held beliefs, we certainly shouldn't have government coercion forcing them into something. And I think that's where we are right now, is we've got an administration who's using, for the first time ever, your tax dollars to sue people out of business. So even if somebody disagrees with us on this, I don't think they want their own tax dollars suing them when all they're doing is following their deeply held convictions. I think that's where we are right now. I think the lines are clearly drawn like never before.
Another question for you, Chad. The Democrat Party seems to have moved pretty far to the left on the issue of abortion. For the first time, calling for the repeal of the Hyde Amendment, for the Helm Amendment. Maybe explain what that is, but why that embracement of that position by the Democrat Party? In the past, Hillary Clinton has argued that abortion should be safe and rare, but now it's an embracement of a fully taxpayer-paid system for abortion.
They don't want to just abort the baby; they want you to pay for it. You know, it's kind of getting more toward that government coercion, government control, the utopian view. We know better than you. Sit in the corner, and we want your opinion. We'll tell it to you, kind of thing. Look, I think the gloves are off. One party says we believe life begins at conception. Isn't it interesting, if you watch the evolution of the Democrat platform on life, you ought to go read this. This is available online. And how they used to respect it too. And they used to stand on science. And then when ultrasounds came out, they weren't as excited about science, because science proved our side, that life begins at conception. There's a heartbeat in 18 days. And Hillary Clinton's just come right out. Isn't it interesting? The media will ask our candidates all these things that never apply, that people don't agree with them. We had candidates getting asked about evolution. I mean, where's that in the top 100? 152? Why don't they ask Hillary Clinton? You accepted the Margaret Sanger Award. She was certainly a eugenicist and a racist, and helped found Planned Parenthood to rid the country, the world, of people that she called unfit. I mean, I think they never asked her about that. Never. And yet the view she holds on abortion, that's up to the delivery date, that's third trimester, that's in any way, that's held by 6% of the people in America. She's a radical. And I believe every chance we get, we need to pin the other side in to their radical beliefs. You know, this is the most pro-life millennial generation we've had since Roe v. Wade. And I believe it's because science has proven our point. So look, you can be for abortion and say you're pro-abortion. Don't try to tell me you're pro-choice. What is it, 94% of the people, the women that walk into a Planned Parenthood office, actually get an abortion? They're not there to give choice. They're there to give abortions. And so we just need to get honest about this. And our side, maybe sometimes we shy away from it because, look, the media's not going to be fair. We know that. And that's unfortunate, and the free press has kind of gone in a lot of ways if you think about it. But we need to stand for truth and stand for life, and guess what? Science is on our side.